Hello, Thomas. Thanks very much for making time to be interviewed today.
Pleasure, Matthew.
If you'd like to tell us a little bit about what led you to take part in the programme.
So the amazing thing about the EIA program initially is that there was a mentorship opportunity at the end of a brilliant Insight Week.
I had just come back off a 2 internship program and I knew I wanted to do something in finance, but I wasn't sure what.
I thought to myself it would be a great opportunity to develop different skills which I know would be useful for me later on in life and in the industry as well.
We had an entry point or an access point into one of the most prestigious corporations in the world. So this really helped kind of level the playing field and gave us a bit more confidence in terms of feeling like we could, go for amazing opportunities.
It all becomes very apparent that what you're trying to do is give a opportunity to people who might have certain barriers that inhibit them from getting there by themselves.
And have a chance at being successful in positions that we might not have seen ourselves in before.
What would you say you learned from taking part on the programme?
So I think one of the key things for me that I learned was what investment management is all about and what a career in it can hold and all the different aspects within it. It's not just the trader, there's also people in sales and marketing, and there's so many other routes that you can take.
It's the first time I'd been in such close interaction with people who are working for Morgan Stanley at every single level. We met first analysts, we met associates, we met VPs and presidents.
You talk to so many different people within the company, but then you also get to talk to a lot of people who you wouldn't interact with on a daily basis.
And it helps you kind of gauge the sense of culture that they are embodying on the floor. So following this, I felt like I was able to network quite well across the floor and meet a lot of really key figures, a lot of important people who would go on to be my future stakeholders. There was a 6-month mentorship program, which was super successful and super helpful as it paired you with a member of the senior leadership.
So essentially she was helping me learn exactly what it takes to work in such an industry and how to actually get your foot in the door.
I was able to gain a lot more insight into the different roles and potential jobs.
And it avoids going into it and realising it's not what you thought it was.
Tara gave me the confidence I needed as well to be able to actually put the things that she was teaching me to practice.
You go for applications, rejection after rejection after rejection. You get used to it, but at the start it does become a thing of what do I not have? Again, she gave me further affirmations that Thomas, you are a lovely young man, you can do X, Y, Z, you just need to do this. Just being confident in myself, knowing what I could give to these organizations, and she helped through that process.
It really kind of made the process of applying and getting involved a lot less opaque. It made it more personable, and I felt like I really had someone in my corner throughout the following application process for the Morgan Stanley Investment Management Off-Cycle Internship Program.
And what did you enjoy about the programme?
One thing in particular was the opportunity to work with like-minded people.
You make a lot of friends, and the important thing is that it's a lot of friends that have a shared experience with you. So
sharing the space and working closely with people your age, of similar backgrounds, similar interests, of course, who look similar to you was one of the first times I've had that experience, to be honest.
When maybe you have questions and things that you want to learn about, it's kind of that point of contact that might not be as scary as, approaching an MD. We're all being a bit more honest with ourselves.
But not neglecting the fact that we're all very young in this process, we're babies, and that we needed that tutelage, we needed that guidance, and it was invaluable.
I feel like it's all about that network that you build. You get these lifelong connections, people who are in the industry, people trying to get into the industry, and people who decide, actually, this isn't for me, but they're going somewhere else and they're going to do something amazing. And you really do get that lifelong built-in network from it, and it's great.
And my last question is, what happened next for you?
Subsequently made my application for the off-cycle internship program. I had the tools of the trade, so I had, all the advice that Rob had given me over the 6 months that had a a huge impact on my success in that. Morgan Stanley brand on my CV has been a massive helper. And even my participation in the EIA program and the experiences I got within that are highlighted in my CV have also been a massive boost to the responses I get from the industry in general.
I was able to land a summer internship within a division of Salesforce called MuleSoft. In their support team, I was able to then apply for a job in their sales team in London as a graduate role. 2 years later, I've now moved across to the public sector Salesforce team. Had a couple of promotions, and I'm firmly in the door of an organisation that I thought maybe a few years back I had no chance of getting into. Before I go any further, I really want to say a big thank you to Derek, Simon, David, Amechi, Asha, the whole of my cohort who worked with me for those 5 very fast days. And anytime I think back to that time, it fills me with really fond memories, happy times, and just a general joy and pride in what we were able to complete in such a short period of time.